All right, let's talk about one of the biggest, most sophisticated heists happening in the world right now. And no, it's not in some bank vault. It's happening all around us, in the digital world. This is the story of a classic criminal getting a brilliant and, frankly, terrifying upgrade.
$10.5 trillion. Let that sink in. That's the projected cost of cybercrime every single year by 2025. I mean, it's a number so huge it almost doesn't feel real. But it is. And there's a new mastermind in the game, one that's turned a blunt instrument into a guided missile.
So what is this heist really? How did a threat we've known about for years suddenly evolve into a multi-trillion-dollar problem? And what does artificial intelligence have to do with it? Well, that's exactly what we're about to break down. Okay, so to understand the heist, we first have to understand the prize. What's actually inside this $10.5 trillion target?
First thing you gotta know, that giant number isn't a single ransom payment, not even close. It's the total economic fallout. Think of it like the aftermath of a hurricane. The cost isn't just what got broken. It's everything it takes to clean up, rebuild, and recover from all that widespread damage.
Yeah, the costs just stack up in layers. First, you've got the immediate hit, business disruption, factories shut down, services go offline. Then comes the insane expense of trying to recover all that data. After that, you've got the long-term pain, damage to the company's reputation, huge regulatory fines, legal battles. And then, way down at the bottom of the list, you finally get to the actual ransom payment. It's just a devastating ripple effect.
So, who's behind all this? Let's think of it like a heist crew. You've got the old school muscle, that's ransomware. But now it has a brilliant new strategist, artificial intelligence. And that partnership, it's created a whole new breed of digital criminal.
We've all heard of ransomware, right? For years, it's been the digital version of a thug with a crowbar. It's a brute force tool that just smashes its way in, locks up your files, and demands cash. It's simple, it can be effective, but honestly, it's often pretty clumsy.
But now you bring in the game changer. AI is the super intelligent partner that gives that clumsy thug a massive upgrade. Suddenly, the thug isn't a thug anymore. It's a sophisticated, strategic mastermind that can plan and execute attacks with terrifying precision.
And the evolution here is just wow. Look at this. The old way was to blast out thousands of obvious, spammy, fake emails, just hoping somebody, somewhere would click. But AI? It makes it surgical. It crafts these hyper-realistic, personalized fakes that are almost impossible to spot. It's not a shotgun anymore. It's a sniper rifle that learns and gets better with every single shot it takes.
So you see, AI isn't just making ransomware faster. It's making it smarter. The attacks are tailored, they're more effective, and, this is the critical part, they are so much harder for our current security systems to even see. The old defenses, the castle walls we built, they're useless against a ghost that can just walk right through them.
Okay, so let's get into the blueprint. How does this crew actually pull off the heist? What does one of these AI-powered attacks actually look like from start to finish?
It's a very calculated four-step process. First, you've got AI reconnaissance, then infiltration, after that, execution, and get this, it even helps negotiate the ransom at the end. It is methodical, and it is brutally effective.
So step one is all about planning. I want you to think of this as the AI casing the joint. It scans the target's entire digital footprint, every website, every social media profile. It learns the company's structure, finds all the little security holes, and then it identifies the absolute perfect human target, someone with the right access who might just be a little too busy to spot a fake email. So once it has a target, the AI crafts the perfect disguise. And this is not your typical, "you've won a prize" email. No way. It creates a hyper-realistic message. Maybe it looks like it's from the target's boss or a trusted partner, and it might even reference a real project they're working on. It's so personal and so convincing, it's almost impossible to spot as a fake.
And once it's inside, the execution begins. This, right here, is where the AI becomes truly terrifying. The malware isn't some static piece of code. It's like a chameleon. It constantly changes itself, adapting in real time, rewriting its own code to hide from antivirus software and security teams. You're trying to stop a target that's constantly moving and changing its shape. It's incredibly hard to stop.
But here's the thing about this heist. It's not just about the initial theft. The real cost is the absolute chaos and the damage left behind. And that goes way beyond any ransom demand.
Okay, just look at this. This chart tells the whole story. That ransom payment we hear so much about, it's just 5% of the total cost. A tiny sliver. The vast majority, a staggering 70%, is the economic destruction from shutting the business down and trying to put all the pieces back together.
And you have to remember, these targets aren't just faceless corporations. The vault that's being targeted contains things that you and I rely on every single day. We are talking about hospital patient records getting locked up, city power grids getting shut down, school systems paralyzed, transportation networks grinding to a halt, and yeah, even your own personal photos and files.
This is the ultimate why this matters. This isn't just an attack on a company's bottom line. It's an attack on the very systems that keep our society functioning. You know, when a hospital can't access patient files, or a city can't manage its own power grid, the consequences are severe, and they affect every single one of us. Someone framed it perfectly. This isn't just theft anymore, it's digital siege warfare. And that phrase, it just perfectly captures the shift, right? It's gone from a simple crime to a strategic attack on the very foundations of our modern lives.
So if there's one thing you take away from all this, it should be this. AI hasn't just improved an old weapon. It has fundamentally reinvented it. It's created a smarter, more adaptive, and a far, far more dangerous threat than anything we've ever seen before. And that leaves us with a really critical and honestly a pretty unsettling question. We know for a fact the criminals are getting smarter. The real question is, are our defenses smart enough to keep up?